Good morning, my dear students. My name is Paul Vistas, Assistant Professor, JS College of Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering. And I also today discuss that is your the extension part of data exchange between CAD/CAM CS system is here. And this is my lecture number 33, and another subject of computer design. The drawing interchange format, that is the DIE. The drawing interchange format DXF, that means the drawing interchange format was the first introduced by Autodesk AutoCAD and is one of the most widely used CAD/CAM CAE applications is here. In the world, DXF is very popular and is supported by most 3D form for most on PC platforms is here. A DXF file is an ASC II files contained 2D and 3D components representing a drawing. These components are known as entities. The DXF files can represent almost any CAD drawing using those entities and can connect group entities together such as windows, that means with the door, etc., and use them. The latter in the file the docs. DXF files has seen many exchange through the years, from versions 2.6 to the latest related version, that means is the 14. However, the latest release of AutoCAD still manages to open file created with any of the earlier versions is here. The lead tools supports all current variations of the DXF formats versions 2.6, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 2000 is here, and 18, 2004. You can load any of the DXF files as their vector image or raster images here. Users can load a DXF files and save it to any file format supported by the lead tools is here. Lead tools support loading these formats are a raster image, vectors image, and also the SVG scalable vector graphics is here, graphics documents. This file format supports geometric text, layout support, adding supports for loading different paper space from the DXF files is here. You can see that this files format supports loading with different units, and viewing multi-degree spline is here, that is your the drawing interchange format is available during to your the multi-degree disciplines is and also splines is concerned during to your the drawing interchangeable format DIF, and this file format is not supported in the Image Pro toolkits, that is your the read and write supports for this format is provide the documents and medical image toolkit is here. Basically the medical image is concerned that like that different images required for your the medical image toolkits like your the X-ray. X-ray is find during to the different images creating, and a few cases that like your the microsurgery is done during by your the imaging, when you have to searching your the different component inside of your body that is which will be cut through your the medical treatments as like the medical tools here, and during to the few cases is required for your the different images processes provide that means your the documents is required, and also like that's the different medical toolkits is used. Advantage of DIF. The DXF file format is the most compatible vector file types. You can view and edit text DXF files with almost any CAD, CNC, and GIS software is used. That means your the CAD software is used for your the this type of type of systems, and like that the different type of viewing cases is here, and also the CNC, that means your the computer numerical control, and also GIS software is used. This includes the AutoCAD, adapt starter, that is use the scan to CAD, and like that is the software SolidWorks, and also Corel CAD is used. That means your the different CAD is mentioned about that. That means your the Corel CAD, and this will be used for your the different advantages of the different type of picture will be images produced. And just should name a few. In contrast, the other popular CAD file formats, that is your the DWG, is supported by fewer programs such as AutoCAD and the real DWG. That means your the real DWG is the essential for your the DWG is the supported by fewer programs. DXF files are used to exchange data between the different CAD programs also. That makes you that this point follow from the advantage, that is your the on the high compatibility of the DXF files format leads to the generated or the its greatest benefits. That means you have to find for your the greatest benefits, that is your the DXF files formats act as the bridge between the difference, that means the CAD program and user. You can share, that means your the designs, and also between old and new softwares is used. That means your the softwares with the different specialized purpose and with college of different CAD skill sets is here. That means the DXF format is easy to parse. That means your the in computing speak, that means the this means that is easy to process. That means the DXF files and divide it into small components that can be made usually, that means useful for specific programs. If you convert, that is your the files format another format to DXF, and you will be represent, that means the presented the options to keep or remove files, that is the hash and other details is find here. That means your the DXF file format is easy to parse. And another thing is that the DXF files specializations is publicly available. That is your the this benefit would be most appreciated by programmers and developed tasks with the creating CAD programs. That means you can see that is your the DXF files, that is your DXF file specializations, that is your the publicly available is find here. That means your the different CAD programs is used for your the this type of advantages is comes, and you can access the DXF files specifications online. And basically this is the each and every things you have to find from your the online is available. That means your the accessibility from your the advantages of the DXF file specifications is publicly available is find here. That is your the online. This can be seen as a reason for the DXF formats being and so widely adapted. That means the you have to widely adapt it. That is your the DXF formats, and you can be being so widely adapted by your the advantages of your the DXF files specifications is publicly available is here. Limitation of DXF, you can see that is your the limitation of DXF, and DXF does not support applications specific CAD element is here. And you can see for examples you cannot represent AutoCAD dynamics blocks in the DXF files format is here. There are You can see that is your the DXF does not support applications in that with CAD elements. You can see for example, you cannot represent the AutoCAD dynamic blocks in the DXF file formats. There are many other objects that are developed especially that is for the specialized the vertical markets, that is the CAD softwares. These object types are not only the partially documented in the DXF specializations documents. As a result, some program ignore this object types, that is your the all together. Now be careful that you did not lose some data. Now what when transforming DXF files within this programs is here. That is your the complex DXF files can become large in size. That is your the this is a less common issues, but I will cover it here. That I am a complaint that we come across ons in a while it is the large file size, thus makes file transfers a little conversions as a general rules. The more complex your vector file, the larger the file will becomes. It should be quite rare that your DXF files is large in size, that is your the number of bytes. The format should usually be much smaller than any comparable image in raster format is here. Some applications cannot deal with a line in DXF files. As a previously mentioned, the DXF files format is an open format widely adopted by the majority, that is your the majority of CAD and CNC applications is here. Due to the mass adoptions, lines, that is your the which are not part of the format standard is here. This is because some CAD and CNC programs are unable to handle line with this here. For this reason, some applications such as scan to CAD that allow you to turn off line with data before exporting your DXF file to another application is considered according to your the limitation of DIF files. You can see that is your the PDES, that is product data exchange standards. You have to count find that is your the product data standard exchange standards. The initial graphics exchange specification, that is the IGES, was introduced in 1981, was an American ANSI standards for the exchange of product data between the dissimilar CAD systems. Since the vendors and users of CAD systems have designed and implemented IGES translators. When these translators were actually used in translations process, many problems surfaces. These problems are created by both IGES standards itself and these translators. The paper describes both on the attempts of various national and international standards groups such as NBS in the USA or DIN in Germany to improve the existing standards and define an ISO standards and to a design concept for IGES translators that solves many of the implementations problem is comes here. Basically, this will be transfer for you the different international level of product data exchange standards is described is here. And another thing is that means the creation of one international product data exchange standard is the common goal of the various national standards group in the international standards organization, that is your the ISO. Basically, this will be concerned, that is your the various data will be exchanged, that like that your the for your different technology also will be transferred from the this way, that means your the international standard organizations, the because of the well-known deficiencies of the current IGES standards. Twofold approach seems to emerge on the to correct the existing IGES to make it practically applicable, and the other to define a new standards that goes beyond the scope of your the existing IGES. The state of these activities is described, and the different national positions are explained here. You can see that is your the different application, that means your the different data will be are transferred according to your the different procedures will be maintained by your the standards. The goal is follow now for beyond this the scope of the existing IGES is here, under the design described in this paper is based on IGES 2.0. It allows for the successful exchange of the subset of product data even with the definitions of the existing IGES. Central for the design is the restrictions, that means your the restricting of the original IGES files into the internal IGES files IIF. You can see these are the IGEF files into the international IGEF file format, and also that is your the IIF here. Instead of IIF records descriptions subroutine package, the IIF interface provides the access to IIF. The design divides the IGEF translations into two phases: the conversions between IGEF ES and the IIF edit phase, and the entity translations between IIF and the target, that is the CAD by CAD SCAM systems exchange phase. This design allows the implementations of IGES translators for different CAD by CAM systems with a reduced program efforts, and allowing end users to control entity mapping in this exchange space. The design add flexibility to the translations processes comes here during your the product data exchange standard is here, that is your the this IG yes, and also this is the CAD/CAM system exchange space is discussed about here, that is your the different PDS PDES is here, that is your the design and flexibility for the translation process is discussed here. And you can see that is your the PDES product data management. You can see that is your the on product data management is come here, like that product data management, and one is here, that is your the different data, and also that means your the this data is used for your the different product will be produced, and also how you manage this data. And you can see that is your the product design that is your by using for your the CAD, and also that is your the engineering and analysis CAE is comes from your the product your system, that is your the product design as like as your the engineering and analysis CAE is comes that means your the PDES. And another thing is that means from this data is comes from your, that is your the customers requirements, okay. And these things will be depends basically for your the customer requirements, and also your the engineer he will be studying for your the analysis, and also he is the design for your the product design, and by using for your the CAD applications. Another thing is that this will be goes for your the neutral here neutral IFs, and also your the product information management, okay. And this will be comes for your the product information management, and during to your the this product information management, and also you have to goes for your the product database. and this product database is comes your different type of data, and also this will be set out and also based on your this product database during to your the management, that like your the product database how this comes on here. And this product database, and also you have to starting for your the neutral files, and you have to go for your the manufacturing engineer, and some during to your the manufacturing engineering who is find your the this data, and also he will be starting for your the different process planning will be starting for your the manufacturing engineers, and also the this process already given by your the design engineers, and also your manufacturing engineers he will be coincides that this will be okay or not, and also this will be correct or discorrect, and which process will be available in our industry, and also you can be produce our product proper way. There is no disturbance will be comes during to your the production times. The whole things also will be seen by your the product as like as your the manufacturing engineering, and you can see that is your the process planning will be starting. And this process planning is also the is starting, and also goes for your the manufacturing database, and also this will be goes through your the manufacturing database also, which will be manufactured, and which will be produced during to this process, and this whole things also will we can discuss during to your the manufacturing database of your the system, that like your the product database like as your the manufacturing database will be maintained proper way. After that, this process plannings will be comes from your the fabrication assembly and the test operations. This whole things also will be coincides according to the consideration according to your the different process plans, because suppose your product is produced during to your the production hub, that likes your the product data is applied for your the fabrication assembly, and also the test operations we can done during to you this way for this process planning is your product is produced, but you cannot be test on your this product, but this will be fully working or not, this is the correct or not, this whole things you can be maintained by your the test operations will be done during to your the this process planning considerations will be considered. And another thing is that means your the supply management, okay. And during period the production times you have to request for the materials planning is here. That is or now which will be the raw materials comes from your raw materials comes from the different vendors like as your the from outside of your company, and this raw materials is where will be goes to your the raw materials, and also the materials planning is a much more essential for your the product data management procedures, and also as like as your the supply management. Another thing is that means you're the required for the procurements. Procurements will be starting when you have to starting for your this product is proper, then you have to maintain that like your the procurements which type of materials will be available, which type of materials will be required during to your the production is started, and also the your product will be produced, and the whole things also will be maintained during to your the procurements of your this materials, and the whole things you can be mentioned by your the product data management, like that your the suppliers like as your your company which will be the accepted this type of products will be here, and also which type of materials, which type of procurements it will be taken from your the suppliers also will be here. After that the customers installation and the distribution will be and you have to complete your the production as like as your the product will be fabrication assembly as like that your the test will be completed, then you will be satisfied for your production, and also satisfied for your product, this will be launched to your markets, and also this is the goes to your the customer, and also you have the installation for the market, and also you have to dispatch to these markets, and also customer is taking to your product, and you will be used for long times, and during to this procedures you have can be used for the CAD data through used through your the organizations for your the product data management. can see the step standards for the exchange of product the model data. You can see the steps is an international standard based on the idea of product models for representing standards of product data. The central idea of step is to make the transfer of product data possible between the various department within the companies and between separate companies here and organizations and separate users with different software applications over the whole life as your the cycle of your the products the steps the data transfer through the standard type neutral in other words commercially independent product model and standardized file formats programming interface and applications protocols will be maintained during the step of standards for data exchange of product model data is also here. The object of the standard is to make possible the connections into a functional totality of a computer aided design, that is your the CAD. Computer aided design is used for your the different standards to make possible for your the connecting into the functional totality. And another thing is that like that here the computer aided works and tasks between that means your the design, that is your the CAPP computer aided process planning. This comes during your the different systems, that is your the computer aided process planning is another important things for your the step of your different exchange of the product the model data is comes from your the different CAPP. And another thing is a computer aided manufacturing, that is a computer aided manufacturing is comes for your another step is here, that is your the important things for your the manufacturing units also. And this will be much more essential for your the best production as like as your the mass production. And also this edit for your the manufacturing will be used in other words. The aim is to provide the companies with the preconditions for actual integrated production sim computer integrated manufacturing processes comes, that is your the different steps. You can see that is your the design engineers use some counts for your the this type of CAD software is here. This is the design of this the workplace is the 3D representations with the CAD systems capable. And the step output is here. Output of this the geometry according to step AP 203 is the exchange format. The step part 21 is here, that is your the CAD solid phase. And the planning departments and programming is here, that is your the CAP is the step returns input is the step is here, that is your the features recognitions and also the definitions of this the machining operations is strategic technology etc will be counts is here. Output the complete output the complete steps NC files, that is your input and existing steps NC files is comes here, that like your the step 2. And shop floor machine tools is comes, that is your the steps NC files is coming here. That is your coming here for your modifications of steps NC files conversions into shop turn formats machines of this pieces here to use the NC by SFP NC editors AOW turn is here, that is the conversion steps NC sub turn is NC here. And also adapting this, that is AP applied application protocols and CAD computer designs computer aided plannings and numerical control CP software programming. And STEP standards the exchange product model data. STEP STEP data interface control data flow is here. Implementation process chain for turning is here. And possible information loss like and language transformation. There is a information loss during this product data information translation, and v examples is given, and that is the offset surface. The saw offset into is lost. Indicate CAD package is here. Few questions is given during this, and thank you, students, and